Welcome. It's Bill from cruisehabit.com. We're here live on Wonder of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship. And we are taking a walk to get away from the noise. Probably should have waited to start the video now that I think about it. But we're on Wonder of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship. We left San Juan last night and we are heading to Nassau, Bahamas. Currently on the top deck, deck 16. Gonna walk all the way aft to the sports area. Check out the Flow Rider, which is a surf simulator, and they've got basketball courts and some large slides called the Ultimate Abyss. Whole bunch of cool stuff. So let's go this way and take a gander here and give you guys first a view of this area looking down from Central Park. Mark, good afternoon. Or, yeah, Central Park, or Boardwalk. I forgot where I was. So here we are. This is looking down at the Boardwalk. And there you see those slides, or the Ultimate Abyss. We've got a mini golf course over here, basketball courts, but we're gonna walk further back toward where, I think where the Flow Rider is. Off to our left, and we'll walk through here, is El Loco Fresh, a like kind of fast casual Mexican place, and there's a little margarita bar here as well. And I should probably get something to eat. I skipped lunch today, so I skipped out on work a couple minutes early. So today's been interesting. So it was a sea day today, and I had to work most of the day. But what was amazing, and this is true of last night as well, it was the first time I've ever felt significant movement on an Oasis class ship. This vessel is massive. It's like almost 230,000 gross tons, is that right? You know, it is just absolutely huge, the largest in the world, so you don't expect to feel motion when you're walking around, but or when you're out and about on the ship. But wow, it was, I mean, it wasn't bad. I don't think it bothered most people, but it was just remarkable on such a large vessel to notice at all. So flipping the camera back around here. Maybe. Still learning this new phone. Here we go. So this is the Ultimate Abyss. The Ultimate Abyss is a dry slide. It's not a water slide. They have water slides back the other direction, but this is a dry slide. And in my opinion, one of the best views on the entire ship is up there where you go to get onto the slide. And it spirals down and then takes you down to the Boardwalk, spits you out at the Boardwalk. So if you don't have a bag, you know, you're able to do it, and of course, wipe out bar. So if you're able to do it, it's a fantastic way of getting from all the way aft on 16 down to, I think, deck, is it 8, I believe? It's fast, it's efficient, it's fun. So this is the Flow Rider, which is a surf simulator that they've got here all the way aft. And I can tell you, I've done this before, and I'm sure with practice it's fine, but I thought I was good at this kind of stuff. Like, I can juggle, I can walk on stilts, I've surfed, but yeah, I immediately fell on this thing. But it's still fun to try. And they've got folks out here that are helping you be successful. Yeah, the staff is awesome about that. Let's take a walk up this way. Bear with me as we get up these stairs. Heading back this way, we see the basketball courts, and there is a zip line, which I'm guessing it's not open right now, unless like nobody's in line for it. That would seem weird. Now, I don't think it's open right now, but there's actually a zip line that runs across this whole area. So you see, like I said, the Boardwalk area down here, those are staterooms, and then as you keep looking down all the way, there's like an entertainment, dining, shopping area that's open in the back. That's the Boardwalk. I think I showed it in one of my first videos when I got on the ship, either on TikTok or Instagram, maybe even YouTube. But yeah, this zip line goes across the top of it. So it's not a very long zip line, but it's a really cool perspective. You'll never see another zip line quite like that. So we're going to continue, and we're going to walk forward on the pool deck on deck 16. Maybe we'll walk down to 15. chair. We're gonna cut through El Loco Fresh, that fast casual Mexican I was telling you guys about earlier. I like the colors here, very vibrant. They had a decent habanero hot sauce, which I was pretty happy about. It's like a whole sauce and toppings station over here. All right, so now we're walking forward from El Loco Fresh. Off to our left is an arcade for kids of all ages, as they say. It's actually a larger arcade than I remember on the other ships. Maybe I just didn't spend a lot of time there. So what's unique about Oasis class ships is that there are several areas. Here we see a band playing. For those enjoying the pools, you have these two areas over here, along with that really cool kind of stadium seating toward the back there. But then on the other side, there's a kid splash area and another pool. And the result is that you have a lot of linear space around the pool. So more places to sit, more places to lay down, more places to enjoy, even though you're on a ship that can carry, what's max capacity? I think just shy of 7,000. All right, so I guess we lost our video for a second. So here's the other pool area, just on the, just across this walkway of the one that we were at a moment ago. Oh, and now I see comments. Maybe things are working better now. Hey there, Nick, video keeps going out. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll be more stable now. You know what it is? A lot of bloggers here. We're hogging all the bandwidth. Are there many kids on board? Not as many as I would have expected, to be honest. You know, it's Royal Caribbean, so yeah, you have a lot of kids and families. Not nearly as many as I would have expected. And you know, we've not seen nearly as many kids since the restart of cruising, but I thought with, given updated policies, given updated vaccine availability, I thought we would have seen more kids on board than this. But again, not that there aren't any. There's not as many as I would have expected. Another hot tub. There are a number of hot tubs all over, including one cantilever hot tub that is actually going to be just below us in a moment. This is the and they call it some called a champagne glass or martini glass slide. You spin around there in the center, and if you're like me, you nearly get stuck and then just plop down through the center. So it's not just me? Glad to know. I thought maybe I don't know, needed to put butter on myself or something. So we're gonna walk one deck down and head to the Solarium. So now we're walking into the Solarium, which is an area for adults only. I think it's 16 and up, actually. Yeah, there we are. Yes, 16 and up. And this is the Solariums on Royal Caribbean ships I've always liked, and I really like it on this ship. So you've got this cantilevered hot tub over here that is covered. That's pretty cool. And great views, like an infinity hot tub kind of situation. And all these wonderful places to lounge with floor to ceiling windows in a climatized, a climate controlled big room. I mean, this is high ceilings. You've got so much seating, and check out the pools and such up ahead. So we've got more hot tubs you see already coming up. We've got a bar coming up on our left. Sun is, I'm gonna be looking into that in a second. We'll flip the camera around in a sec. So lots of seating. We've got these big couches, you've got loungers, you've got chairs. I love that the bar is open above. Like on Odyssey of the Seas, I really like the Solarium, but it was covered above, which, I don't know, felt a little closed in. There's another hot tub over there. And then we've got the Solarium pool, which you step down into. There's just a couple steps to get down into the pool. There's also two pool type areas. They're like waiting kind of areas down below that I'll show you, plus a giant giant grass elephant. No solarium is complete without one. I'm sure everyone understands. Oops. There we are. So continuing down these stairs is where we get those pools with only a few inches of water that you can sit in chairs, so it stays nice and cool. You can get your feet wet, but you don't have to commit to swimming. There you see. We've actually got two different types now. I didn't realize that. They have like chairs and loungers. So like I said, I'm a big fan of the solariums on Royal Caribbean ships. Got the clear wall there to that pool. It's kind of neat. And on each side you have these wings that extend out over the ship. We'll try and go out there. We'll see how windy it is. It may make the camera gimbal go a little bit bananas. And I don't know about Wi-Fi, but we're gonna try it. Woo. So I'm not gonna walk further out than this because it gets a little drafty. How's the water in the hot tubs? Like. All right, water temperature. I don't like it too hot or too cold. I would say that's a good temperature. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to really hot or really cold hot tubs, and I think that is actually just perfect. In there are two restaurants. One is called the Solarium Bistro, and they've got lighter fare in there, and then the other is Hooked Seafood. Look excited to be here. Buy me a drink. I figured while I was asking for stuff. My friends Nick and Ryan over there. So let's see, what would you guys like to see? So what I've learned today is that definitely on Wonder, you lose Wi-Fi as you move from area to area. So there are always questions about elevator availability on ships, and I'll tell you that on Oasis class ships, on Oasis class ships, there are 24 elevators. So you've got 6 right here, you've got 6 on the other side. You can actually see them from here. So that's 12, and then you have another set of 12 aft of here. What's the best place to get a quick snack? So I'd say a Loco Fresh is a good place for like quick Mexican bites. You've got Central Park Cafe. I'll show you that actually. You've got Central Park Cafe right down here, which has sandwiches and other things that we actually had breakfast there this morning, in fact. That's right over, I'm all disorientated. Over there. So Central Park Cafe is a good spot. Of course, there's the Windjammer, which is all the way aft. That's the buffet area on Royal Caribbean ships. A lot of good options. I had a great red curry there, Thai red curry yesterday. But, that's going to be busier. So especially like on embarkation day, like go to Central Park, or if they have it open, go to El Loco Fresh. Those are, and then, also, of course, you have Sorrento's for pizza down in the Royal Promenade. As well as Cafe Promenade, which has little sandwiches and sweets, I find that a lot of people go between Sorrento's and Giovanni's and to try out the different pizza, because you have Giovanni's just down there, and Giovanni's is a reworked menu. It's different from other Giovanni's, except for I think Odyssey and maybe one other have been converted, maybe Freedom, maybe. And it's a vast improvement. To me, the new Giovanni's is like 1,000 times better, and amazing pizza. I've never been, to be honest, I've never been a big fan of Sorrento's pizza, but Giovanni's has amazing pizza, and you don't have to commit to a whole meal. You can just go to the wine bar area and for like $8 or something, get a really good pizza. So that's always a nice option. I feel like I missed a comment. Let me catch up on that. Capacity, I believe they booked to 60. I keep meaning to get a final number, but I believe they booked to 60% on this sailing. Barbara, so many wonder puns on this sailing. So many wonder puns. People say them, they're on shirts. I'm waiting for a wonder pun tattoo. It's bound to happen. Oh, you know what? Before I was gonna go in the elevators and head down somewhere, but this is opposite that. This is a cantilevered bar with a panoramic view, wonderful, wonderful ocean views, and I think this is an excellent addition to Oasis class ships. I'm really glad that they added this, and today it's going to be an excellent place to watch the sunrise, the sunset. All right, so we're going to head into the elevators, and let's go down. You guys want to go? What are the astronauts for? That's a good question there. So there's an interesting space theme that I've noticed in a few different places. There's an interesting space theme that I've noticed in a couple of places. We're going to go to, let's go to Central Park. Astronaut over by the pools. There's another astronaut in Central Park. And then, where is it? Not the attic. Somewhere down in the entertainment district, or not even paying attention to what the elevator voice is. Somewhere in the entertainment district, I forgot where it was, whether it was the attic, someplace down there, they had, there was oh, I know, Studio B, that's it. They had a bunch of quotes from different scientists and science fiction writers and stuff like that. So that seems to be a theme, and I should probably get the backstory on that. 8. You literally just smelled the sea air. Well, you have a fancier phone than I do. Or maybe I have the fancy phone because I'm sending the smells. In which case, I should have showered. So here we're walking out to Central Park real briefly, and I posted a video to YouTube talking about an addition they made to Central Park to see what people think of this addition. Something different than other Oasis class ships. And let's see. Sorry, just getting a lot of notifications here. So Central Park, this is open to the sky. You guys saw it from above a little bit ago. This is open to the sky, and these are all real plants. And they've got little park benches here to enjoy. And you see a lot of areas with like bistro tables or even larger tables. This is Giovanni's. I mentioned Giovanni's. You might have to get a piece of pizza here. Don't know. This is a skylight that goes down into the Royal Promenade. Continuing on, there we have Central Park Cafe for casual bites. Some more seating areas here. And then right over here, or was the other one? Oh, you know what? Wi-Fi didn't like me standing in the middle of Central Park. So I tell you what, let me spin the camera around. I'm gonna take a load off just a moment. So the bar that I was talking about, Rising Tide Bar, spends a half hour up here and a half hour down at the Royal Promenade. It takes, I've never timed it. It goes slowly, maybe 15 minutes, maybe longer. I've never timed it. But it's crazy because, you're enjoying a drink, you're talking, you're having fun with friends, and then you look over suddenly and realize you're in a different place than you were before. I'm gonna switch glasses, and then I'm gonna show you guys the bar that I'm talking about. Maybe tomorrow I'll try and work from there. Because I pay for my cruises. I'm just a schlub. And I work while I'm on the ship. And I noticed that there are outlets down there in... switch one more. I noticed that there are outlets down there in Rising Tide. So that is the Rising Tide bar right down there. And soon, those doors off to each side will lock up, and then that bar will rise up and stop here for 1/2 hour, and you see a door right over there that people can use. There's another one on the other side here. Pretty cool feature, I think. I like it out here at night when they have music playing. They'll have like a guitar player, something like that. It's really peaceful and serene. There's, it's interesting with the Windows error message, but there's the sign saying next departure 5:30. 150 Central Park is a really, it's like a high-end restaurant here on board. Had a great meal there on Symphony, I think it was. So there's something, again, that they added to this area that, I don't know, I think they may need to adjust. So check out the video that we posted, I think it was night before last, talking about what that is. And let me know, weigh in, tell me what you think about Central Park based on not only what you've seen here, including that astronaut up there, but what you see in that video that we posted night before last. I definitely like hanging out here, but the thing that they added did give me some pause. But maybe they'll adjust it, or maybe you guys disagree. Maybe you guys like it just the way it is. There's no wrong answer here. Now, if we walk back in, the signal cooperate, because we're going to go to yet another part of the ship. Hello. So we can see down here. You're going to go on Harmony of the Seas this Sunday. You're wondering what the best excursion is in St. Thomas. Ooh. So St. Thomas is, there's a lot of stuff in town you can see in St. Thomas. However, I have an article about a catamaran tour that goes from St. Thomas to St. John's. Head over to cruisehabit.com and just search St. Thomas and you should find it pretty quickly. It was just written in the last like 6 months. And that's, I really enjoyed that a lot, that particular tour. But the other thing that I like doing in St. Thomas is actually something that I often have recommend as like a fallback if you're not sure what you want to do in other places. But I find it especially nice in St. Thomas, which is just take one of, they'll often come like panoramic tours. So panoramic tour of St. Thomas or whatever. But what's great is in St. Thomas, there's a lot of elevation changes. You have mountains and that are beautifully forested. And then you get to the top of the mountain, you see this amazing beach. You see all these other islands, both part of the U.S. Virgin Islands and the British Virgin Islands. So when you, if you just do a general tour like that, you can see some fantastic places, some fantastic views. So the good news there is if you want something low impact, like that's it and really inexpensive, you can book it through the cruise line. Or to be honest, when you step off the ship, there are a million people that will give you that tour for like $30, maybe less. So I'd recommend one of those two, either just a general panoramic island tour, because it is the prettiest place to do that, in my personal opinion, or the catamaran tour to St. John's that I wrote about over on cruisehabit.com. So this is the Royal Promenade. Seems like trivia going on over there at the Schooner Bar, which is the nautical theme bar right now. But there's always a lot going on in the Royal Promenade. It's formal night coming up in a little bit, so I should probably change. And they've got people taking photos and such. There's that Rising Tide bar we're talking about. What's my favorite island in the Caribbean? You know, it's tough. I really, really like Cozumel because I think there's so much to do there beyond what people realize. People think of the really touristy stuff in Cozumel, and there's like so much more to the island. And that's easily accessible. So that would be one. Curacao is fantastic. The Dutch Antilles in general, but especially Curacao, I think is among the prettiest, most unique places I've ever been. I actually went to Curacao right after I was in Amsterdam on a business trip, and I was like, wow, I feel like I'm in Amsterdam, but it's hot and everything is in pastels. It was really neat. So I'm a big fan of the ABC's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. So Royal Promenade, that's also, there's Cafe Promenade, guest services, there's a pub, there's Sorrento's, there's a giant silver cowboy hat, like a Monopoly piece, Bolero's Latin bar. So over there, that is very popular, especially on South Florida departures.
1983. Huh? Play? He's locked his
Perita, hello, hello, welcome. So I think now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk toward the Boardwalk. The Boardwalk is much like Central Park, is open to the air and then has staterooms on each side. In fact, we're staying in the Central Park veranda. the Boardwalk has a similar kind of thing, but a very different atmosphere and feel. I almost walked into a door. So we've got a carousel here. We've got the dog house, has several sides of hot dogs. A couple arcade games off to our right, which flows into Playmakers. Playmakers is a sports bar, and it's very popular. It's a la carte food pricing, drinks. It's most items on the menu are a couple dollars. Got some retail, candy shops, stuff like that. Johnny Rockets over here. Playmakers still on our right. Katie, glad you caught me live. Kathy, hello. Astra, doesn't look crowded at all. It's really not. I mean, listen, it's crowded in a good way, and what I mean is there have been so few people on so many ships lately that it hasn't felt like it's alive. But this has been better because I think we're at 60% or thereabouts. So it feels like there's stuff going on. I don't want to get close to that because it's loud. That's the Aqua Theater. I'd love to show you. So yeah, it's not crowded, but it has life, and that's nice. In fairness, also right now, a lot of people I think are getting dressed for dinner. This is a sea day, and it is the last formal night of this cruise. Sugar Beach candy shop over there. Why didn't I go to the promenade? I can go to the promenade. We will go to the promenade right now. Because you asked. Scott, no problem. Guys, if you don't already, do me a favor, hit subscribe. That would mean the world to me. I'm just an avid cruiser who started a website when people said, hey, what's your website? Because I like talking about cruising. So subscribe, that'd help me out a bunch. I do think it's weird that these doors swing out rather than slide. I don't know why they did that. These slide. So I'm actually, hey, cruising with JT. I'm to cruising with JT as well. A lot of bloggers and vloggers on this cruise. We're gonna get out to the Royal Promenade here. There's a stairway that goes in the middle, but they had it for photos, so that's why I took this particular route. All right, now we're actually in the Royal Promenade. See, they've set up for a bunch of photos and such. Over here, this is a crowd pleaser. I'll be honest, to me, Bonnet Bar, it's a one and done. Just being honest with you guys. It is novel the first time though, and this is where you go up to one of these devices, like there's an iPad, you scan your card and you tell what you want to drink, and this machine, whoa, that was a fast zoom. This machine makes the drink for you. As for going on Virgin, Princess, and P&O, need to go to the Caribbean, you think. If you like Virgin, come along July 3rd. We're going to be in the Caribbean July 3rd on Virgin Voyages, Scarlet Lady, for a group cruise, virginvoyagesgroupcruise.com. Sorry, the zoom's being funky there. Katie, you have a vlogger friend you met on 2 cruises. Have I met Cruising Carol? Not that I remember. I'm admittedly bad with people, so I apologize to Carol if we've met and I don't remember. So I'm very, very bad at that. Thought the vloggers were having a meetup this evening. A bunch of them took a picture. I got there like right after they finished, over by the pools. So I was hanging out with people right after they took the picture. And then, I don't know, there's a few groups of people doing stuff this evening. So I don't even, I was working all day. I was working till like 4:30, 4:45. So I haven't even thought that far, to be very honest. So this is Cask and Clipper, the British pub on board. Sorry, something just got caught in my sandal. This is Cask and Clipper British pub on board. A lot of time late night hangout spot. Sorrento's Pizza. I'm gonna have to pull something out of my foot real quick. This is weird. This is live, people. There's like something that got stuck in my sandal. hurts. All right, this is weird, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see if I have tweezers. No, I don't. They're upstairs. Fantastic. I'll just limp around. The rest of the tour is going to be a limping tour. All right, continuing on. A different gate. We've got boleros up here. Boleros, again, people say Latin theme bar. I always think that sounds weird to me. But when, you know, on sailings out of South Florida, it's a lot of Cuban music. And a really popular place. They've got a nice specialty menu with a bunch of rum drinks, of course. So this is another late night hotspot here on Wonder of the Seas. Starbucks, one of the many places to get your caffeine fix. I had a record small amount of caffeine today, now that I think about it. Oh, and then you know what? I'm going to check out something with you guys for the first time for me, because I've not been in here yet. This is Spotlight Karaoke. Now, there's a venue on other Oasis class ships where they do karaoke, but from what I understand here, they actually have some private karaoke booths, which kind of reminded me of what I saw on Scarlet Lady, where they have private karaoke booths. I see what they did. So it's smaller because they have them off to the sides. I see. That's what they're doing here. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Up ahead is the Royal Theater. And I've seen a few shows on this sailing so far. I've shared some photos from oh dear, I forgot the name. They're doing rehearsals in there, so we can't go in there. But a preview version of Intense, the Aqua Theater show, and that was pretty neat. We'll gotta catch a show in the theater soon. Not too many days left on the cruise. There is a jogging and walking track here on Wonder of the Seas, next to the giant lifeboats that they have. They always have encouraging messages for those exercising up at the top. That's neat. Oop, I missed some comments. I apologize. Is everything? Oh yeah. Coop, sorry I missed that comment. See you later. Thanks for hanging out. Katie, everything is well dried out from flood. We actually, so what Katie's talking about is that there was some issue with the fire suppression system, and there was water in the Royal Promenade when we were in Labadee yesterday. Day before yesterday. Day before yesterday. I've lost all track. But when we came back on the ship, we went over there and it was already completely, like, you'd never know anything happened. It's a bigger version of Independence of the Seas, awful lot going on. Find smaller ships more relaxing, but enjoy to see Wonder. June, check out over on cruisehabit.com. I wrote an article thinking about which way I need to go. I wrote an article talking all about what the ship is like for a small ship lover. I'm a big fan of much smaller ships. I mean, whether it's, you know, the 110,000 gross on Scarlet Lady.
Hi guys.
I was wondering about that.
The people working hard to make the magic happen. So whether it's the 110,000 gross on Scarlet Lady, or like the, you know, I've done the. How's it going? Thank you for working hard to make the magic happen, man. Or you know, like Oceania ships, you know, that are, you know, whatever, I forget, like 40,000 gross tons or whatever. I definitely like smaller, quieter ships. But what I wrote about yesterday, or a few days ago, over on cruisehabit.com, is that the execution of these massive ships is so impressive that even for somebody that really likes smaller, quieter ships, that likes a more upmarket experience, it's hard not to love this. It's hard not to at least go on for a week and say, wow, this is just crazy. In fact, I'll confess, I'm on the fence. I may actually stay next week. I don't know if I'm going to. I might, just because it is so great to be here, even as a small ship lover. There's also nice promotion right now. If you, I'm not a travel agent, but if you want to help support the site and you get help from awesome travel professionals, fill out the purple form over at cruisehabit.com. There's actually a promotion that they have going for Royal Caribbean sailings right now to give you additional onboard credit. as well as some sweet treats delivered to your room, and it's stackable with any other offer that you have. No restrictions. You just have to book by, I think, March 14th. So check that out. That would help us. Like Freedom class, such as Independence, is really the beam. It's the width, right? Oasis class ships are so much wider. That's how you have, like, when we were doing the tour earlier up on deck, the side-by-side pools with the gap in the center, and you have the neighborhood concept with Central Park and Boardwalk. That's stuff that you just don't have on ships like the Freedom class ships. But I loved Indy. We did Indy several years ago over Thanksgiving, and had a great time. Michelle, it's also different right now with reduced capacity. Yeah, so right now this ship is somewhere around 60% capacity, which it's been interesting because all the sailings that I've done since the restart of cruising, which is in June, have been at reduced capacity. And this one, though, has like the most lively, right? Reduced capacity is nice when you're on ships like this because not as crowded. However, you also kind of, on ships like this, you want it to feel lively. So it's been a really good mix of that lately. What's for the evening? I don't know. I should figure that out. What time? I need to shower and figure that out. I don't know where I'm going for dinner. I don't know what time shows are. I did a very bad job of planning out today, so I should figure that out. So I think, in fact, I'll answer any last questions you guys have. Hey, Coop, I saw your comment that you were going, and I missed because it wasn't scrolling right, and there was a whole thing. But thanks for coming back, Coop. So I'll answer any last questions you guys have for now, and then I need to go, one, drink some water because I've been talking too much, and two, figure out my evening. Got a shower. It is formal night, the second formal night on the sailing. VUM today. I don't know what you mean by that. Virtual University of Miami. I don't know. But yeah, seeing everyone dressed up reminded me that I have to dress up. I don't like dressing up. Got to be honest with you. I do it, but I don't like it. I like hanging out, being comfy on vacation. Let's see. Oops. Let me scroll. The YouTube app is being weird today. It updated yesterday, and something's odd. Do I think the big screen affects Central Park tranquility? Katie, I did a video all about that screen and whether or not it affects kind of the feeling in Central Park. I guess my personal take is it is right now affecting the tranquility, but I don't think it has to. And what I mean is, so here's what I'm talking about, and I don't want to give you guys too much, because then, you know, what incentive do you have to go check out the video about Central Park that I uploaded the other day? But the short version is that there's, they put a screen up by the pools, but it kind of looks down at Central Park, and there's some noise and light issues at night, in my opinion. Is that going to be a problem? Listen, maybe some don't mind it at all. For those that do, maybe they can just not put on like a loud movie at night, because I don't like what it does to Central Park in that way. Was it June, I think? Lucy's mom. Thanks. You'll be on Virgin Valiant Lady April 1st. UK Small Ambassador, formerly Cruise Maritime, was born again next month. They're restarting. Okay, cool. And very cool. I've never done, is it CMV? Or Ambassador? Ambassador now, you know what I mean. I hope you enjoy. I'll be interested in what you think of Valiant Lady, because Valiant Lady and Scarlet Lady are exactly the same. Except I think just like artwork and stuff. But I don't know like which shows, will the shows be different? And I'm looking forward to finding out more about that. So, any last questions? And then I'm going to head up to get changed for the evening. But I'm happy to answer any questions. You know, you can go into other comments and over on cruisehabit.com, and I can answer questions later async that way. And we'll try and do another live video as well. I've been doing some live videos also on Facebook, so be sure you're subscribed to the Facebook account as well. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. Again, make sure you subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Share any content that you think is helpful or amusing. What events were there today? I was working all day, so daytime events. I don't know. But you know what I will be doing? Kathy, thank you. What I will be doing is posting the schedule, the Cruise Compass, the daily program from this sailing. I'll be posting that right after the cruise, probably Friday evening or Saturday, over on cruisehabit.com. In fact, I have a whole bunch of daily programs from all different cruises, different cruise lines. You can check that out, cruisehabit.com, go on the main navigation, and excuse me, it says daily programs and menus. Anything very important? It was a sea day, so I think the very important thing today was that people had fun and relaxed. But I know there were some events going on around the ship, but I didn't make it because I had to work. I'm a bummer that way, I know. But we'll check it out, and you guys will find out when you check out the program. We'll try and take a longer break midday tomorrow and share some of what's going on in the mid-afternoon while folks are in port. I believe, yeah, we're in Nassau tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out, and I look forward to talking ship with all of you again real soon.